Have you ever met someone who seemed perfect at first? Beautiful, charming, magnetic. But as time passed, something changed. You felt drained, confused, manipulated, and worst of all, you couldn't explain why. You tried to reason with yourself. Told yourself it was just a bad connection, a misunderstanding, maybe even your fault. But deep down, something felt wrong, something darker. Carl Jung, one of the greatest minds in psychology, believed that there are hidden forces within the human psyche, parts of ourselves that we refuse to see, and parts of others that we are blind to. He called it the shadow, the unseen side, the darker side, and this shadow exists in both men and women. But today we're going to talk about a side of the feminine shadow that most men ignore until it's too late. This isn't about blaming women. This is about truth, understanding, awareness, because the more we understand the shadow, the more power we have to protect ourselves and to grow. Let's begin with this. Carl Jung believed that every person has both masculine and feminine energies inside them. He called the inner feminine in a man the anima and the inner masculine in a woman the animus, but he also said that when these energies are not integrated, when they are repressed or distorted, they become dangerous. For women, this distorted inner masculine can manifest as control, manipulation, emotional cruelty, and cold dominance. It's what Jung called the negative animus. You've probably seen it before. The woman who speaks softly, but poisons your mind with doubt. The woman who claims to love you, but always makes you feel like you're not enough. At first, she may seem like a dream. She mirrors your desires, your ambitions. She becomes everything you've ever wanted. But slowly, she starts to test you, not with love, but with silence, withdrawal, guilt. She doesn't attack your body. She attacks your mind. This is not love. It's domination of the psyche. And the worst part? Most men have no idea it's happening. They keep trying to please her, trying to fix themselves, trying to get back to the woman she was in the beginning. But here's the truth. That version of her never existed. It was a mask. Jung believed that certain people, especially those who haven't faced their own darkness, develop a persona, a fake identity to survive, to be liked, to feel in control. But behind the persona lurks the shadow. A woman who hasn't integrated her shadow becomes unconsciously dangerous, not because she wants to hurt, but because she doesn't know herself. She projects her own inner chaos onto others, and the man closest to her becomes the battlefield. Jung warned that a woman who is disconnected from her deeper self becomes a vessel for the collective shadow. She channels not only her own pain, but the pain of generations of suppressed rage, control, fear, and abandonment. And if you, as a man, are unaware of this dynamic, you will take on that pain as your own. You will try to carry it, heal it, solve it. But that is not your job. Your job is to recognize it, to see it clearly, and to choose not to engage with the storm. Not all women carry this darkness, but some do, and they don't even know it. They crave power in the form of emotional control. They demand vulnerability, but punish you for expressing it. They speak of love, but their actions drip with quiet resentment. Jung said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." Many men call these relationships fate. They think they were meant to be with her, that it's destiny, that love should hurt sometimes, but no. That's not fate. That's unconscious trauma. That's shadow. The truth is, many men are attracted to the very thing that will destroy them. Why? Because of their own inner wounds, their own lack of integration. Jung believed that the anima, the inner feminine, can guide a man toward his highest self. But if unintegrated, she can mislead him into illusion, fantasy, and self-destruction. So when a man has not faced his own emotional wounds, his own mother wounds, his own fear of rejection or abandonment, He will be drawn to women who reflect those wounds back to him. She will feel familiar, like home. But that home is chaos. This is the cycle. Man meets woman, feels intense attraction, ignores red flags, projects his desires onto her. She slowly reveals her shadow. He tries to fix it. He loses himself. And in the end, he wonders, what happened? But if he looks deeply, the signs were there. In the beginning, in the silence, in the manipulation disguised as kindness. Jung didn't teach us to hate the shadow. He taught us to see it, to integrate it, to understand that true love cannot exist without awareness. You cannot truly love a woman you idolize, and you cannot protect yourself from a shadow you refuse to see. The path forward is not fear, but wisdom, and that wisdom begins with you. You must know your anima. You must face your own shadow. You must know what love is, and what it is not. Real love is not control, not guilt, not emotional confusion. Real love is clarity, strength, and choice. So, the next time you feel pulled toward someone who feels intense, who feels like a soulmate but leaves you anxious and unsure, ask yourself, is this love? Or is this shadow? And remember, what you do not face in yourself, you will meet in someone else. Carl Jung once said, people will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own souls. This is true for both men and women, but when a woman refuses to face her inner self, when she buries her pain, resentment, and insecurity deep within, it doesn't disappear. It transforms into criticism, into sarcasm, into quiet punishment. She may not raise her voice, but she knows how to make you feel small with just a look, just a sigh, just a carefully timed silence. This is what Jung meant by the negative animus, an inner masculine energy that becomes cold, rigid, and destructive. And for men who don't understand this, it becomes a prison. You'll question yourself constantly. You'll feel like you're walking on eggshells. You'll apologize for things you didn't even do. And in the process, you'll slowly abandon yourself, your confidence, your fire, your mission. This is how the feminine shadow works. Not through force, but through emotional erosion. It wears you down, one doubt at a time. And the danger isn't just the pain it causes. It's that you begin to think it's normal. You begin to believe that all relationships feel like this. But that's a lie. Healthy love does not leave you confused. It does not punish you with silence. It does not use your vulnerabilities against you. A woman who has faced her shadow, who knows her darkness, will never weaponize it. She may still have flaws. We all do. But she will not hide behind manipulation. She will not punish you for being yourself. And this kind of woman, she is rare, but she exists. You just have to stop chasing illusions. Carl Jung believed that we are all seeking wholeness, not perfection, not fantasy, but truth, and truth begins with you. If you keep finding yourself in toxic cycles, if you keep falling for women who drain your spirit, the question is not, what's wrong with them? The question is, what is unhealed in me that keeps drawing me back? Jung taught that the unconscious mind is always speaking, through dreams, through feelings, through patterns, and sometimes it speaks through the people we are attracted to, especially the ones who hurt us the most. That pain is not random. It is a message, a call to awaken. If you continue to ignore that call, if you numb it with distractions, hookups, or fake confidence, you will repeat the same story over and over again. Different face, same shadow. But if you choose to listen, to slow down, to reflect, to heal, you'll begin to see the truth about yourself, and the truth about others. You'll recognize the red flags not as challenges to overcome, but as warnings, as signs from your higher self. And slowly, you'll stop chasing chaos. You'll stop romanticizing pain. You'll stop calling it passion, when it's actually trauma. This is the power of awareness. Carl Jung believed that no man can become truly strong until he faces his anima, his inner feminine, and integrates it. This doesn't mean becoming passive. It means becoming whole. It means learning to trust your intuition, to set boundaries, to speak your truth, even when it's uncomfortable. It means understanding that love without truth is not love. And the more you grow, the more clearly you'll see. You'll see the difference between a woman who challenges you and one who tries to control you. You'll see the difference between a woman who holds space and one who plays mind games. You'll stop confusing emotional chaos with chemistry, and most importantly, you'll begin to honor yourself. The world doesn't teach men how to do this. We're told to be strong, silent, stoic, even as we're breaking inside. But Jung's work reminds us that true strength comes from consciousness, from knowing your wounds, not hiding them, from seeing clearly, not denying the truth. So if you've been through this, if you've loved someone who left you broken, confused, and doubting your worth, know this: it wasn't your fault, but it is your responsibility to heal. You are not here to save someone from their own shadow. You are here to become aware of your own. And when you do that, when you walk through your own darkness, you will no longer be afraid of hers. You'll recognize it, respect it, and if needed, walk away from it. Because real love doesn't cost your peace. It doesn't dim your light. It doesn't drain your soul. Real love sees you, chooses you, builds with you. Anything less is just shadow pretending to be love. And now, you know the difference.